I've spoken severally on this channel about using the Junior ISA, aka the Junior Individual Savings Account, to save for my son's university course, as I do not want him to take out student loan when it's time for him to go to university. And whenever I mention the Junior ISA, I always get lots of questions about it. So I thought, why not create a video detailing how I'm using this account to save towards my son's university cost. Now, let me give a bit of disclaimer. This video is based on my research and thoughts and what I'm doing with my son's Junior ISA. So it should not replace professional advice or your due diligence research, as I am not a financial advisor, neither am I an accountant. So whatever I say in this video should be considered an opinion and not advice. With that said, the UK Junior ISA is a tax-free savings and investment vehicle designed to help parents and guardians here in the UK save for their children's future. With the power of tax-efficient growth and compounding interest, it is an excellent way to secure your child's financial future. In this video, I would provide you with a comprehensive guide on what is a Junior ISA, its key features and the available types, their benefits, and how to make the most of it. Now, what is a Junior ISA? A Junior ISA is a long-term tax-efficient savings account specifically for children under 18 living here in the UK. The money saved or invested in a Junior ISA cannot be accessed by anyone, including the parents or anybody that is contributing into that account, until the child turns 18, at which point the account automatically converts into an adult ISA. The child can now take control, like child can have complete control of the accounts and the funds in it. So that's how these accounts work. Now let me talk about the key features of this account. The first is tax-free growth. Now, you and your child will not have to pay tax on the interest or capital gains on the money in the account or the investment made in the account. The second key feature of this account is the annual allowance. Now, as of this tax year, which is 2024 to 2025 next year, that is April 2024 to April 2025 next year, the annual contribution limit is £9,000. Now, the third feature you want to put in mind is that when it comes to the Junior ISA, there are two types. We have the cash Junior ISA and we have the stocks and shares Junior ISA. The fourth feature you want to put in mind is that funds in the account, like funds in this Junior ISA, are locked until the child turns 18. Like the child can access it until they turn 18. The fifth and the last feature you want to put in mind before you open this account is that the Junior ISA belongs to the child and not you, the parent or the guardian that is opening the account for the child. So only the child can have access to the funds in that account when they turn 18. Till they turn 18, you are just like the custodian of the account. You're just helping them contribute money into it and help them like invest into it. Now let me touch on the types of ISA, because this ISA is divided into two. So there are two main types of Junior ISA, which is the cash Junior ISA and the stocks and shares Junior ISA, like I mentioned earlier in this video. A cash Junior ISA is a tax-free savings account similar to the regular savings account, while the stocks and shares Junior ISA is an investment account where the money is invested in the stocks market or any financial asset you want that you can invest in within that account. You can choose to open one or both of these Junior ISA, so you can choose to open the stocks and shares and the cash together. But the total amount contributed to both accounts must not exceed the annual limit. So for instance, if you decide to have the cash Junior ISA and the stocks and shares Junior ISA, you can choose to put £4,000 in the cash Junior ISA and £5,000 in the stocks and shares Junior ISA, making it £9,000. You can't put £9,000 each in the stocks and shares ISA and put £9,000 in the cash ISA. No, it doesn't work that way. Whatever money you are putting in both accounts must not exceed £9,000 per tax year, like per tax year here in the UK. Now let's talk about the cash Junior ISA. Now the cash Junior ISA, which operates similarly to a regular savings account, but it's just that it is tax-free, offering more security. So any interest you make on the money, you will not have to pay capital gains tax on it. Because here in the UK, you would normally have to pay tax on your capital gains, like on any gains you make exceeding a particular amount of money. So it's just like a tax efficient way to save money. The interest earned on the money deposited in the account is not subjected to income tax, making it a safer option for parents or guardians opening this account for their children who prefer guaranteed returns without the risk of losing their money. Now, the cash ISA is best for parents or guardians who want low risk saving for their children and shorter time horizons, or less willingness to expose their money to the market risk, because investing is risky. There's risk to investing. Now, let me expand more on the stocks and shares junior ISA. Now, for the stocks and shares junior ISA, the money is invested in the stocks market, offering a potential for a significant growth and like compound interest. And the funds in this account can be placed in shares, bonds, or managed investment funds. Why there's more potential growth if you put the money you want to save for your child in a stocks and shares ISA, it also comes with the risk, as the value of your investment can go up and it can go down as well. Now, the stocks and shares junior ISA is best for long-term investment goals. That is like 10 years plus, if you are looking to invest for like 10 years plus, where parents are comfortable with the market risk and parents are looking to benefit from higher returns through like the stocks market over time. Now, let me touch on how much you can contribute into this account. Like I said earlier on in the video, as for this tax year, the maximum contribution you can make to the junior ISA is £9,000 annually. This limit applies to the combined total of both the stocks and shares junior ISA and the cash ISA. Like I said earlier, you can spread your contributions across both types of ISA, e.g. you can put £5,000 in your cash ISA and you can put £4,000 in your stocks and shares ISA. Now, when it comes to who can contribute towards the stocks and shares junior ISA or the junior ISA for your child, anyone can contribute into the account basically. Other relatives, grandparents, you as the parent, you can contribute towards it. But only the parents or the guardian of a child can open and manage this account on behalf of like a child. Now, bear in mind that the contribution limit resets each tax year, so it is essential you maximize the contributions where possible to benefit from tax-free growth. Now, let's talk about the benefits of a junior ISA. Now, the most significant advantage of the junior ISA is the tax-free status that it has. So whether the junior ISA is cash-based or is invested into the stocks, all gains, whether through interest or capital appreciation, are entirely free from income tax or capital gains tax. You see, here in the UK government will tax you on any and everything. Like UK government and tax are like 5 and 6. So when it comes to saving and investing, you usually want to use tax efficient vehicles to do this. I think I touched more on it on my video on how I am managing my money or investing my money and what I'm doing with my money here in the UK. You can go watch it to get some ideas if you don't really understand what I'm talking about in this video. Now, for parents opting for a stocks and shares junior ISA, it is essential you understand the risk associated with investing. Unlike a cash junior ISA where your capital is guaranteed, the stock market is volatile and the value of your investment can go up and it can go down. So let me share some tips on how to manage risk. So one tip I would give you is to think long term. Now, stocks investments tend to perform better over a long period, smoothing out how volatile the market can be in the short term. Another tip I will give you is to diversify your investment. Spread the investment across different assets, class, sectors, and regions to like reduce the risk. The last tip I will give when it comes to managing the risk of investing, if you're thinking of investing and opening the stocks and shares junior ISA for your child, is to consult with a financial advisor, especially if you are unaware about selecting investments. You see, a professional can help you create a strategy that aligns with your risk tolerance and with your future goals for your child. Now, let me touch on some of the best junior ISA providers here in the UK. The first one would be Agras Lansdowne. Now, Agras Lansdowne, aka HL, is known for its wide range of investment options. This is where my son's junior ISA is. The second provider I would suggest you look into if you are looking to open a junior ISA for your child is AJ Bell. AJ Bell actually offers low-cost options and easy management features. Lastly, I would recommend you look into Fidelity if you are looking to open a junior ISA for your child, because it offers a user-friendly platform and low fees. Now, before you go opening a junior ISA for your child with any of these providers I have mentioned, please do your research on them. I started using HL for my child because when I was saving for my house deposit using my lifetime individual savings account, I was using HL because for my research, I just found out that HL works for me. So that's why I was using HL. So please do your research. There are a whole lot of providers out there. These are just the three I would probably use. If I'm to do it all over again, I would actually use AJ Bell instead of HL, because AJ Bell just offers like a low cost option and easy management. Now, one question many people would ask when it comes to opening a junior ISA for their child is what happens when your child turns 18, because I also asked this question. So once your child turns 18, their junior ISA automatically converts into an adult ISA. From that point, that is at 18 years old, the child who is now an adult will gain full control over the account. They can decide to keep saving and growing their money tax-free. They can decide to withdraw the funds and use it for anything they want to do. And they can decide to keep contributing to increase the money in their account. Now, this transfer of control ensures that the investment will continue to serve the child financially, because the intent of having this account is for the child. So that's why it's important that if you're opening this account for your child and you want them to use the money wisely, like maybe pay for a house deposit or pay to go to university so that they don't take out student loan, it's important that you start imbibing those habits into them. Start teaching them financial literacy, how to invest, how to grow their money, and all of those good stuff. Now, when your child turns 18, the ISA allowance will change, because now it's now a full-blown ISA for adults. They can now take advantage of the adult ISA allowance, which is much higher than the junior ISA. And the ISA allowance for adults as at this tax year is £20,000 per tax year, so they can continue using it to grow their savings tax-free. Now, for the adult ISA, it's divided into different ISA. We have the cash ISA, we have the stocks and shares, we have the innovative ISA, and we have the lifetime individual savings account. So they can choose to convert it to any of these ISAs I just mentioned, but they'll mostly convert it to the stocks and shares ISA if it was a stocks and shares ISA. I don't think they can convert it to a lifetime ISA. I don't know if that is possible. But if you have a cash ISA and they are now 18, they would convert it to an adult cash ISA, and if it was stocks and shares, it would automatically convert to an adult stocks and shares. That I know, but I don't know if they can move it to maybe a lifetime ISA or innovation ISA. I don't know if they can do that. Now, let me share some practical tips that has helped me make the most of the junior ISA and build a strong financial foundation, for my son. The first tip is to start early. Now, the earlier you start saving or investing, the longer the money has to go through compound interest or stock market appreciation. So for those who don't know, compound interest is the interest on the deposit you have in that account, calculated based on both the initial principal and the accumulated interest over a period of time, especially if you choose to invest in the account. And if you choose not to invest in your junior ISA, you choose not to go with the stocks and shares ISA, you went with the cash ISA, you will still get compound interest on the money you put, because you'll be getting interest on the money you put. I think 3% thereabouts you'll be getting on the cash ISA, depending on which provider you go for. So you will still get compound interest even though you go with the cash ISA, and you get more compound interest if you go with the stocks and shares ISA. I think when it comes to choosing an ISA, it's all about high risk, high reward, low risk, low reward. Now, it doesn't matter what kind of junior ISA you open for your child. Small contribution over time can make significant difference when it's given years to like accumulate. The second tip I would give you, which I actually don't practice because I don't have 9,000 pounds, is that if possible, if you have that money, if you are financially buoyant to be able to contribute 9,000 pounds into like your son's junior ISA, try to max the annual allowance for a tax year. You know, the more you put in, the greater the potential of the money growing tax-free. To be fair, if I have 9,000 pounds to spare in a year, I would probably max out my son's junior ISA. Now, my third tip is for those who need clarity to fully commit to like the stocks and shares ISA, like they're not sure of the stocks and shares ISA. So what you want to do is that you can mix your contributions between a cash junior ISA and a stocks and shares junior ISA. This balances safety with growth potential. So if you're scared to go into the stock market with your money. Now, the fourth tip is pertaining to those who would go for the stocks and shares junior ISA. So one thing I would say is to make regular contribution. Now, I make regular contribution monthly to mitigate the risk of how volatile the market is. You know, this strategy is known as the pound cost averaging. So every month I try to put £100 into my son's stocks and shares junior ISA. Now, pound costing averaging means that my regular investment, that's my £100 I'm putting into my son's junior ISA and I'm investing, would buy fewer shares when the market is high and when the market is low. You see that my regular £100 I contribute and invest, yeah, that £100 when the market is low, my regular contribution that I invest in the stock market buys more shares, potentially reducing the overall cost of my investment risk, basically. Now, the last tip I will give when it comes to the junior ISA is that while the junior ISA are designed for long-term growth, periodically reviewing the account is a good idea, especially if you are using the stocks and shares junior ISA. Personally, I review my son's stocks and shares junior ISA portfolio to ensure my investment strategy is still, you know, aligned with my goals and my risk tolerance. Now, when it comes to the funds in my son's junior stocks and shares ISA, I actually invest the money in the Vanguard FTSE Global All Caps Index for now because it's just £100 per month, and that's the one I feel like my liver can carry. But I'm still looking for other index funds I can invest in money into, because the money in his junior SIP is invested in the S&P 500, so I might consider the S&P 500 for his stocks and shares ISA and maybe risks, but I'm still contemplating anyway. Now, in conclusion, the junior ISA is a powerful financial tool that allows you to secure your child's future by offering you a tax-free way to grow your money and save and invest for your child. Whether you opt for the safety of a cash junior ISA or the growth potential of a stocks and shares junior ISA, the key is to start early, contribute consistently, and take advantage of the tax-free benefits. And hopefully by the time your child reaches adulthood, like when they are in 18, they would have a solid financial foundation to support their dreams, either to further their education by going to university. They will not have to take out student loan to do that. They can pay for that. If they want to buy a house, they would be able to have like the down payment, like pay for the house, like the deposit, or maybe any goal they want to achieve in life and they need money for, they can always access that money to do that without collecting loans. Now, it is worth noting that the junior ISA, that is the junior individual savings account, and the junior SIP, that is the junior self-invested personal pension, are two different things because people confuse these accounts together. They are two different things. However, they both are tax-efficient savings accounts designed for parents here in the UK looking to save for their children, and their child must be living here in the UK. Now, the key difference between the junior ISA and the junior SIP is that the funds in the junior ISA are accessible at age 18, whereas the funds in the junior SIP are only accessible when the child reaches the official retirement age here in the UK. Likewise, the junior ISA is more flexible for medium-term saving and investing, while the junior SIP is strictly for long-term retirement savings or planning for like later life for the child. Now, if you want to know more about the junior SIP, watch the video on your screen right now.